In the next few minutes, I will tell you what AI is exactly doing to HR jobs, what job roles are already getting disappeared from HR field, what will never be replaced no matter what, and how to turn this AI chaos into the biggest opportunity of your career. If you are into HR, this might be the most important video you'll watch in 2025. Let's begin. Chapter number 1. The silent AI takeover has already begun in the HR field. Be it resume screening, exit interview, performance review reports, or chatbots in onboarding. AI is everywhere. The truth is that AI is already everywhere on HR dashboards. It's just that you didn't realize because nobody named it loudly. So as I promised at the beginning of the video, here is a list of HR roles that is already being replaced. And if you're someone who is doing these jobs right now, then I have shown the risk level of your job so that you can see it for yourself and then you can plan your career better. So here you can see resume screening, policy writing, employee queries, data reports, email communication, conflict resolution, and leadership coaching. You'll see the associated risk level and why AI is winning into it. So my friend, if your HR job is mostly limited to copy paste or following a checklist or a defined process or just generating the same reports, then let me tell you that AI is already doing better than you on these tasks because it just does all of that in like 10 seconds and without any human error. So those were the jobs that you can already assume that is getting disappeared from the market because AI is already doing them. And here is a list of jobs that AI is doing better than you, or I should say better than a human as of yet, but still some little human intervention is still there. So I'm making you aware of this list so that you can plan better and really capitalize on your human aspect in the role. So here is a list on the screen. It includes drafting job description, auto-rejecting resumes, creating performance feedback templates. That was a crucial part of any HRBP's role. And then you have your onboarding emails, employee handbook summarization. This is something that AI does phenomenally well. I mean, you can feed it like 100, 200 pages of handbook and it can beautifully summarize it in like 10 points. Then we have running pulse surveys and sentiment analysis. So this is the analysis which AI tools does when the survey is completed to basically analyze it from every possible angle which we possibly could not think of. Then we have explaining HR policies via chat. I think this has been happening for quite some time now. It's been, I think, years now that chatbots are responding to HR queries related to policies. And then we have predicting attrition using data. Now, mind you guys, all of these were full-time jobs. Like the entire role was designed around these activities. And now it is just a feature in an AI tool which can do gazillion other things in just one click. And the best part, it doesn't ask for any salary. Now moving on to our next chapter, which is what AI cannot do, or I should say what will not be replaced in HR roles by AI. AI cannot really read the emotional nuance in employees' behavior, the facial expressions, the body language. This is something only a human can do and predict and can plan the next steps accordingly. AI needs concrete input and not something in between the lines, and especially when it comes to human feelings, we express in 1,000 ways. Also, AI cannot solve conflicts between a toxic manager and employees. We still need a human there. And AI cannot redesign employee experience for hybrid workplaces to make everybody feel connected in a hybrid setup, to make sure that everybody feels they are connected, they are working for the same company, they are working towards same goal, they are working towards same culture. So AI is yet not there, but that's your chance that you can grab to capitalize on your human nature. It cannot coach leaders in sensitive moments, and it cannot build trust across cross-cultural teams. It cannot translate business problems into people-first solution, because understand this, AI can very well definitely write a better HR policy, but it cannot walk into a room and reassure an employee whose trust is being broken by something. That is something only a human can do. So that leads to our next chapter, which is the future safe skills that you must learn in 2025 and beyond. The number one in that is human system design, which means that you need to learn how to design people programs that actually work. Because the truth is that nobody remembers what you wrote in that policy document or into that onboarding summary. Every single person remembers how the company made them feel. So that's your sweet spot as a HR, where you have to show your skills to the max. You have to capitalize on that employee experience that you can enhance, for which people remember you, for which people come to you, the solutions, the programs that actually work, which are people-centric. So to help you understand this concept, here I have given few examples. You can see here I've listed few examples of some people programs, that how they were done in a traditional way and what is a new human system design way of doing them. For example, onboarding. The traditional way is that HR just follow the checklist and tick at every task whatever is completed and take the new joinee through the PPT, onboarding PPT as we call it, and then call it a day. But the new people-centric way of doing it is giving them a guided journey experience where they feel that they are connected, they feel that they are taken care of, and that will require you to have a buddy system. That will require you to give them a day one map where they know what to expect on the day one and what to expect for the next 7 days. They have clarity on that entire thing, and that's something that makes all the difference. And approaches like these will make you an irreplaceable HR. Let's take another example of feedback cycle. What is the traditional way? You just run a 360-degree survey once a year, and whoever responds, basis that response, you just design your report. But what will be the new way, the people-centric way of doing these things, the design way of doing this? It would be pulse feedback plus manager nudges wherever required. You do not want 40% of the managers to just drop off that survey and not respond to it. And if despite of the nudges, despite of the reminders, managers are not responding or people are not responding and participating in the survey, you don't leave it as in the we do in traditional way. You will design and plan a behavioral coaching. If you are capable and certified, you can take it yourself, or you will plan it from a certified trainer. So that's the difference, that you have to take an ownership of something from end to end, and then whatever it takes to get that work done in the best possible way, you do it. It's no more just, following a process or following a checklist. It's not the way HR functions anymore. The next future-proof skill that you must learn in 2025 and beyond is speaking the business language, which means you need to understand the cost, the impact, and ROI of HR. If you do not know how HR is bringing change in your company or how it is helping the business to achieve their goals, then you are going to be replaced very soon by somebody who is using AI to develop that kind of mindset and also deliver results using the relevant AI tools. It is very important that now you do not treat HR as some admin job or some paperwork centric job or some process heavy job, because it is not. You have to understand and you have to speak the language of CEO. You have to really understand what is profiting the business, what product or services the company is into, and how your day-to-day decisions related to employees and hiring and exit are impacting the business of the company. What is the ROI? What is your real impact? How you are partnering with different team managers to make sure that they achieve their goal. Next is understanding or learning about cultural sensitivity. Now, remote and hybrid work model will be there forever. If the policies that you're designing for your company are not compliant or are not very sensitive towards the every single culture that is present in your company, then it's very unlikely that you'll succeed in your HR job. Without fail, you need to understand what's the culture of the region for which you're trying to design the policy. And if you're trying to design a global policy, then you have to make sure that you're inclusive of everybody's culture. Even a single miss can misrepresent the values of your company, and your little mistake can look really bad on the name of the company. So you have to design policies, programs that works for global teams, hybrid models, and remote working model. Next is my personal favorite, and which is AI integrated HR operations. You can partner with AI now in million ways to speed up your HR operations, be it giving the language training to your employees or designing different people programs across the borders. It's, you name it, and we have an AI tool for that. You just need to learn how to use that AI tool so that you can give better results in your existing job. Otherwise, you're going to be replaced really soon. AI will not replace you, but a person knowing how to work with AI will definitely replace you. The next future proof skill that you need to learn is data fluency for people decisions. Now, here you need to know two things. Number one, you need to know what to measure. Most of the time, people in HR, they do not know what to measure for a specific metrics to take the decision related to that. And along with that, you need to know why it is important. What is the impact of what you are measuring? For example, you are working to reduce the attrition rate of that company. Then you need to exactly know what parameters you need to measure so that you can work towards that direction. You can work towards designing programs that then decreases the rate of attrition. And the next future proof skill is emotional intelligence plus influence. This is something that cannot be replaced no matter what. Period. Now, moving on to our next chapter, which is mistakes that the HR are making right now. Number one, and the biggest silly mistake that most people in HR are doing, is that ignoring AI. They are thinking, I'm not a technical resource, so I need not to worry about AI. AI is never going to replace me because I am in a people-centric role, so it doesn't make sense. Wake up, because AI is definitely doing half of your job if you're not aware. Number two, thinking that HR is only about rules and formats. Basically, you design the rules, what employees can do or cannot do, and designing formats for every single process. So that is something that AI is already doing much better than you, and that too at zero cost to the business. Number three, focusing too much on documentation and not strategy. If in your job you are spending most of your time in documenting various things and not focusing on the actual strategic part of it, then you are going to be replaced really, really soon. And next is being reactive and not aligned with the business decision. Your way of working is that if this AI tool has hit the market, and when you realize that something can go wrong, you then start to come in action and design things around it, or you decide what needs to be done now that this thing is in the market. You are reactive. You are reacting once the damage is done or that thing is already in the market and taking place half the roles in the market. You are being reactive. Rather, you need to be proactive, that you already know that the wave of AI is hitting, so you need to plan in much advance that how you are going to navigate this market of AI when it comes to HR roles, plus how you execute your HR job in your own company so that you are ahead in the game. Before even your management can think of enabling AI in your role, you produce results that make them wonder that how did you arrive at this kind of report or this kind of result or this kind of data, and you give them information that I did it with the help of so and so tool and it's there in the market. That is the right approach. So if you ignore or refuse to learn new systems, somebody junior than you, inexperienced, will very soon replace you, who know how to work with AI tools in a better way. And now we will discuss what smart HRs are doing differently now. Number one, that they're experimenting, they're learning prompt engineering for HR, which simply means that you learn how to give prompt to AI tools so that they can produce amazing results which are highly customized for your own company, your own situation, and with all the conditions that you put in that input, in that prompt to AI. Because the results that AI deliver are solely dependent on kind of prompt you give them. If you know how to give the right prompt, you are going to get phenomenal results. But if you give a very poor, weak prompt, then you are going to get mediocre results. Then it doesn't make you stand out, even if you are using AI. Number two, they are joining the conversations globally related to AI and how it's impacting and changing people operations. Number three, they are leading tool adoption in their organization. Rather than fearing the new tools, they are actually suggesting their management that this is something that is new and will solve our people problems, solve our processes, will reduce our turnaround time, will make our employees' experience better in the company. So we must invest in this tool and then lead the implementation of that tool in the company. And then they are continuously asking, what can I automate? Because there are now so many tools in the market that now it's not wrong to say that now we have one tool for every single problem we might face at work in HR. So if you're continuously asking, what can I automate now? You are for sure going to automate at least one thing. And the final thing that smart HRs are doing, that they're building their own brand on social media, be it LinkedIn or be it YouTube, because visibility, guys, is the only currency that will matter in this era of AI. Otherwise, you'll get lost somewhere in this chaos. And if you need some hand holding there, you need some examples, real examples that can solve real HR problems, then I have designed this 50 ChatGPT prompts only for HR, which solve real HR problem, and they are rich prompts, not like weak and poor prompts. They will give you great results. And once you get hang of how to use these prompts, you can then customize your own prompts and can give amazing results in your existing job. And if you're a beginner in HR and you're already worried about the theoretical knowledge that you have gained in your studies in your college, which is not certainly helping you in your job or getting a job, then you can choose to enroll in my signature HR course. I have designed this course solely for beginners. In a layman language, I have described every single teeny tiny task of HR that they do on the job, not theory, not even 1% of theory. Hundreds of HR enthusiasts have taken it and not a single student said that it wasn't worth it. So if you're interested, you can check that out. Else you'll find enough content on the HR Destination channel that will help you scale in your HR career journey. You can binge watch all of that, and I will be bringing more such videos every single week. Make sure that you stay tuned. So with that, I am signing off. You keep on watching more content on the HR Destination, and I will see you in my next one. Till then, stay safe and healthy. Take care. Bye.